KDP for B2B. This is Tammie Chrin, founder of KDP for B2B. I'm here with my friend and badass businesswoman, mother of two little adorable girls. They're so cute. Living the dream with her husband on a ranch, which I love seeing pictures of, with the horses and goats and a whole slew of animals.
Yeah.
Is my friend Becky Lauridsen. She's a licensed professional counselor and owner and founder of IOME. I'll let Becky tell you all about IOME and her company. And we're going to talk about how these books have worked well for her business, and how branding and customizing her book has, how that's worked well for her, what she knew about it when we got started, and we'll go through all of that. But right now, welcome, Becky.
Thanks
for joining me.
Oh, I appreciate the invite. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you guys all for watching, and thanks to Tammie for inviting me on. I love it.
Yeah, well, I know we have a history. We've gone to party. We first met at a party, and then we found out we both did kickboxing.
I know.
And then then we showed up at kickboxing together. And then our path just kept crossing, and then we had a book. We had a Jensen Cheryl, You're a Badass book club together. We just hosted that together and had so much fun. Then you started talking about IOME.
Right.
And IOME was, well, let's tell them what IOME stands for.
Yeah, so it's an IOME instead of an IOU. And the purpose of what we do is to create guilt-free self-care. And we do that with partnering with incredible businesses who offer discounted self-care services or products, everything from mental health counseling, like what we do, what I do, all the way to gym memberships, hair salons. Thank you to getting my hair done lately, which was desperately needed.
I know, I'm so ready for mine to get done.
The fun stuff like restaurants and date nights and things like that. And we do that just to really try to overcome the mental health stigma, of course, and make self-care more easily accessible, and recognizing that it can be the preventative approach, right? That if we're taking care of ourselves on the front end, then we can prevent devastating things, whether that's our physical health or our, of course, mental health. And so, yeah, that's my passion. I love it so much. I'm so grateful for you being a part of the journey, because when you sit back and think about it, it's like, whoa, that badass book club was a big deal for us.
It was a big deal. It sort of just, we did the club and did the book, and we just kind of like, everything just started exploding for us in our businesses. And we both started just talking about how we wanted to create these businesses, and we kind of been on the journey together in a way, in the last few years. And I am just so proud of you and how you took this from a concept idea to really this business is just exploding worldwide. I mean, it's not even just locally. It's it's going worldwide for sure. I can just see this happening. It just keeps expanding, and how grateful I am to have been on the journey with you and seen you blossom and grow, and been able to create a book for you. And that's what we're kind of here to talk about, is explaining to the KDP for B2B. I like to call them the B2Bers, the B2Bers group, how this started. So when we first started at the book club, and you started talking about IOME, and then we had a few other meetings, and then I started getting into creating branded, customized books for businesses using the Amazon platform. And then we just said, we met for coffee because I love spending time with you anyway.
I do too. I echo that.
And so I came in, and we just, it was such a brand new concept, and we sat down, and I believe the first words I said to you was, would you ever want a book?
Yeah.
A book, and you were talking about journals at the time, and talking about journals and how journals would really help your group of people in the IOME, and it was on the Amazon platform. So once I explained how that worked, that the books could be shipped to your clients all over.
Right.
And that was
exactly. Yeah, that was a no-brainer. When I, as a new business owner, I was coming in hot. I was coming in excited. I was eager. I had all these big aspirations and goals, and I still do, let's be clear. But And part of those goals, when I was really visualizing and just getting an idea, was I'm like, I need product. I want
Right.
to be able to create things like a journal. And I would just daydream about it for a minute and think, how cool would that be? And then I would go to that next step of like, but how would I do that? Okay, well, I don't know. I'll just address that someday later on in the
Right.
future, far future,
Right.
because I figured it would take a lot of capital and investments. And at that
Correct.
time, I didn't have any of those.
Right.
So that's when Tammie came on board. Because of our relationship that you and I had already, it just was you were such a solution to the problem that
Oh,
I
thanks.
had, right? And I actually have my very first book with me right here. Isn't that so
Look
cool?
it.
Yep.
That
So
is
I've
so
even got my
special.
own journal
I
entries in
have
there.
yours too.
Do you?
I was so
So
proud
yeah.
of this book.
So,
So before you go on, that is exactly what with the B2Bers, I'm talking to them about. Business owners are overwhelmed, especially when we're just starting.
Yeah.
But most business owners, even if you're not just starting, you got lots on your plate.
Yeah.
You know, you're running the business. How do you get branding? How do you get all this marketing? And then when I started talking to you about the books and could take that off your plate, how did that feel to you?
It like I said, it just solved this not necessarily problem, but a desire that I had so simply. And I loved that. And as an entrepreneur and sole business owner of IOME, I don't have the time or the bandwidth to go figure that out on my own. So the
Right.
fact that I could just say, Tammie, I would love to be able to get a journal, and here are some of my ideas. And then I just literally handed it over to you, and you created something beautiful. So that way the brand of what we're doing, and even just like that deeper concept of the mission of IOME, is now within, like, in their hands. A service-based company can now be a product as well. And so it was so exciting to me. And then it's been a fun little gift that I can give to my members, and little added perks and giveaways and things like that. So again, it's just been so simple.
It's such added value for your company, don't you think?
Yeah, added value for sure.
Added value. So you're new, you're trying to get out there, you're trying to get your name out there. It's added value, books, and they can journal, but then you can also create when you're doing your online presentations, it's sort of like, let's journal together, or let's do these things together, so that it gives you something to do as well, because these journals are so fun. And also the thing that we came up with the one concept, but then we have your second book.
Yes.
And so it's been evolving as your business has been evolving, going the wrong way. But that's sort of fun. Here's the first concept, then here's your
first with it.
Oh, the little one. Yeah, you're right. I don't even have I don't know if I have that one still. I might have given that one away. I'm glad you have your book. But so those things, and the thing about when I talked to you, I think you were surprised, is Amazon ships in 2 days. You don't have to have a stack of books in your office. If you have an event, you can buy the author's copies, which you do. And if you need to send a book out, you just get the address and you're able to just go on Amazon and send that book out. We have set up a revenue share, so you do make money on the books. So that I'm sure that was an added benefit for you when we started talking. Why wouldn't you want to make money on your book? Some people choose not to, so it's not for everybody, but for you, this was a great way to make some revenue on the book. And I think that the other part with Amazon was you didn't have to have a stack of these books. Like most items that you have to buy, at least $250 is sort of the minimum to get the best price. And that's huge for a small business, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just that financial commitment when starting out new, or even I'm almost 2 years into it. It'll be September is 2 years into it.
It's hard to believe
that right now. It seems really intimidating to have to buy 250 of these bad boys. For one, a lot of what I do is virtual, right? So I'm not in front of a lot of clients anyways. So even if I had that capital, it just makes more sense to ship it directly to them without me having to touch it. That's one of the best things ever, right? So yeah, I agree with that. And then to be honest, it kind of feels like a big deal, because it's like, you can find me on Amazon, right? Like, that feels cool. That just
It's
feels
very
really,
cool. When you type in your name, it pops up. I
yeah,
mean, you're an
kind
author of the book.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty cool. I
It does
know.
feel
Those are the things I wanted to share with the B2Bers too, was to let them know how a business owner feels, because sometimes they're a little worried about approaching a business.
mm,
And I
yeah,
talk a lot about building the relationships,
yeah,
and that part, I think, is we're solving a problem that you didn't even know this
right,
service was available.
right.
And that's why I keep trying to tell them that once you talk to the business owner and give them, like you said, take this off your plate,
Mhm.
it's huge.
It
It's huge.
is.
And I think that's what satisfies me, is to like, let me just do this for you. Give me all your
Mhm,
information. I'll put it all together. And we went back and forth for a little bit, but then it was up.
mhm,
And the other thing is we can change it anytime.
mhm. Yeah, that's been a
So if
beautiful
your
thing.
information changed by maybe
Mhm,
a phone number or
right,
anything in the book that
right.
changes, we can
Mhm.
make those changes instantly, and you don't have a stack of them in your
Yeah.
office.
Yeah, that's huge. That in itself is huge. And it
Hmm.
is so nice because we have evolved from just like a journal entry to those prompts, right? Like the IOME promise and
Yeah,
then the reflections piece. And so that's been really cool because, again, I didn't necessarily know I needed that when we first started this idea. And
correct.
then to be
Yeah,
able to touch it and feel it. And I'm like, oh, cool. Now I think this would be really beneficial. And you're right. There was no cost, no like risk for me whatsoever.
right. Yeah, that's a good point for sure. No
Yeah,
risk is
yeah.
especially in, I think, the climate that we're in right now. I
Mhm,
mean, people are going to need to get their name out there again. A
mhm.
branded book is a perfect way to do it.
Yeah,
It's very low entry cost to get in. It doesn't cost you to have a stack of book. It's not
right,
thousands of dollars to have stacks
right.
of books. If something did change, like we did,
Mhm,
or your business is evolving, or you want to
mhm.
expand.
Yeah,
It's so many concepts and can come up from these books and ideas. And it's we created one, like you said, just the line journal, which was just
right.
because we were
Yeah,
both like, let's just do something
yeah,
and do it, get it out there.
yep.
And then as your business evolved, you started saying,
Mhm,
oh, I want somewhere for someone to maybe
mhm.
color, or
Yeah, yeah,
affirmations. And we
yeah,
started evolve, as your business evolved, when we started evolving the book.
yeah, that
So it's
was
not just
beautiful.
usually a one and done. So it doesn't have to
Mhm,
overwhelming for you, and I think we're going to be talking soon about creating
mhm,
something more for
mhm.
you in the
Yeah,
future,
definitely.
because your business has been growing and changing, and maybe the journal stays, but we add another book to your
Mhm. Yeah,
repertoire of
that's
books.
that's
and
what's fun. And I
and
have to share, so one of my clients, one of my members in IOME, I think she got the first journal for free because she came to an event, if I had to think about it. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And then she messaged me just maybe a couple weeks ago and was like, "Hey, I just ordered another journal, but I'm ordering two, and I want to make sure that I can give one away. Is that okay if I do like a giveaway on my social media?" And I'm like,
like,
"Yes."
yes.
But
How awesome is
like
that?
how it's just such a cool thing because again, I didn't have to spend but a little any itsy bitsy bit of time to do this. The rest was up to you. And
Hmm.
then this has added that much more value to her. And she's touching
The
IOME,
physical
right?
book.
The book and touching and like being so aware of IOME every single day that she sits down and does that journal entry. So
So as a
I think
business
that was
owner, that's huge, right? For you to know your information. It isn't I don't know some of the names of the other journals, but say whoever's another name, another business name
right.
on
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Yeah.
It's your business in front of her
Mhm.
every day. And so, sometimes I know it's like subconsciously that name is sitting on my desk. I see
Yeah.
IOME. Oh, I need to
Mhm.
reach out and
Mhm. I
reach
should
out to
schedule that
the
therapy session. I should, yeah, get the massage,
and
whatever.
in your journaling, you're thinking, well, oh, I should, IOME has been saying I should go get that massage. And
Mhm.
now today I want a massage. So, with your company, that's
Mhm.
how they can book with those
Yeah.
services. And so it keeps all that branding and information right in front of them.
Yeah.
Instead of saying for you as a business owner, go to Brookstone,
Mhm.
buy a journal, get a line journal, get a notebook. why not have your brand on it? That's what I keep trying to tell businesses. And for the B2Bers, the businesses sometimes don't even realize they're sending their clients to buy a notebook.
Using that, income. Yeah, absolutely. And I think just for the B2Bers, that's cute. To recognize that you're adding value, right? Because I don't know that I would have sought this out at all. Like, again, it was just one of those things I put on the back burner. I wanted it, but I never knew how to do it. And so remembering that you're adding value to these businesses like me, who started out with nothing, right? And this idea came to fruition within like the first few months of my business. That was really cool. Again, feeling very big.
Kind of big in a it's like when you walk in,
it's not very achievable. Like,
and you have your book. It's not just printables. It's not like you're just printing. I know I've gone to events and it looks beautiful on your table when you have, we've done pop sockets now for you and t-shirts as well. But there's your pop. Yeah, it's hard to see, but but it's your brand. It's your brand on your pop socket. And, when I went to your event, you had all of your things displayed. And it's just so great to see a small business able to do this. I mean, you're not small, but I mean, a small, it's not a company that has all this capital for marketing. A lot of us don't have that. And that's the part that we just don't feel like we're able to brand like the bigger fish out there. And we are absolutely able to do it. And, but I'm so grateful that you, our path has been crossing. We laugh about it all the time because it's been such a funny thing where it's just kind of like weaving in and out. And, but I'm glad that the books have worked well for your brand. And that's what I really wanted to share with the B2Bers. And I appreciate you jumping on with me today, just to share with them that that you are just like every business owner, it's so much on your plate, and that taking this off and branding their product, and it's people need it. I mean, the businesses really need your help. And that's why I keep trying to tell them, don't be afraid to go out there and talk to businesses. They just don't even know it's available.
Right. And it's such a beautiful added value to the business and to their customers and any entrepreneur. It's because we do what we do because we love what we do, right? And so if we can add more value to the people we serve, heck it's a no-brainer, right?
And I love that you give some away, but then you also can, make a revenue stream on the books. I mean, so it doesn't matter how we do this. You can have the physical books and you can give them away at events. You can buy, maybe you have 20 available. So you don't have to have the 250 to your event. You can have, whatever amount you need. And then on the other hand, you could sell them at your event. You could, you have it on your website. We always put the URL on your website. So we've given you that. So people can just get on your website, go directly to your book. It's that simple. So
it's been great.
That's great. Well, thank you, Becky. I just wanted to share this with, like I said, our B2Bers. I appreciate you taking your time and jumping on with me. And I look forward to the future of IOME. And we'll put your information in our group as well. So if, we all need to take care of ourselves. And I highly, highly recommend IOME. It's a fabulous company, and who doesn't want to take care of themselves? We need it, especially now. So reach out to Becky, go to her website. We'll put all the information up on our Facebook groups and website and everything, and check it out, because it's really been, I do use the service. I love it. I feel it's something that as a business owner, just to take a little bit of time for yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Becky.
Thanks.